Hello, ladies and gentlemen, friends and followers. I'm back with another flight today of the IVAO BizJet Worldtour. Today's leg is going from Corfu, where we landed yesterday in Greece, to Oradea in Romania. I've never been there before, in Romania, I mean. So I'm very excited on what to expect in the Romanian airspace. Also about, like, you know, ground details and stuff like that. I absolutely have no idea how the scenery looks like in Romania. So let us try just jump on the airport. There's one aircraft arriving. I'll just write that on the Unicom frequency of IVAO. He's coming in on runway 34, which would be over here. So I guess that will be our departure runway as well. And actually there is a lot of traffic just passing by Corfu. They just departed a few minutes ago, and yes, runway 34 is definitely for departure. We have a wind of 330 degrees with 22 knots, gusting up 35 knots. So I'm happy that I don't have to land here today. We will have, actually I need to add that on the live stream as well, because we are indeed now flying with a new hashtag. The live stream as well. Yeah, I should mute myself here on the video. So we are going to fly with a new hashtag next to the center line. So I'm still trying to get this airplane down on the ground on the center line, and Jeremy yesterday introduced us the new hashtag next to the center line, which we will indeed use for the next flights. And I also now have a new Discord channel. You can find the link down in the description. So you can join me there if you would like to, and also you will be reminded about that on the website, on the video itself. Down on the left side there will be an information about that. And good morning, Jeremy, welcome to the stream. Nice to have you back here. As you might notice, I just added your hashtag to the description. Yeah, I just deleted the forever, but the next to the center line is added already. So let's jump right into the aircraft. Get rid of these, as we do every time. Start up the batteries. Boss tire open. Turn the generators on. Turn on the APU generator already, because we have no external power here on the airport. So we need to start the APU quite soon. I will now fuel up, as I usually forget that. So I will do that first now. We need today 2,747 kilograms of fuel, so we take 2,780 with us. That should be enough. Set the nav source to GPS already. Turn on the recognition lights. And actually, let me see if I can call the ground power unit, if this is helping or not. But I don't think this will work. No, this is not working. Okay, so we just have roughly, I think, about 10 minutes or something like that until the batteries run out of power. I don't know if this is simulated, but well, let's just try to be as fast as we can without forcing something. And we are departing Corfu. Ioannis Kapodistrias, there you go. And we will add the destination, which is Oradea today. There you go. We will set our departure, which will be, once it is loaded, which will be the Nicro 2 Foxtrot departure. The Nicro 2 Foxtrot departure from runway 34, that's correct. We load that in. Go back to the flight plan and add a en route waypoint. So next waypoint is under this one. Next waypoint is Alilu. Alilu. Next waypoint is Xenit. And then the next waypoint is Mavit. M-A-V-I-T. Mavit. And the next waypoint is Aura. Guess that's the Oradea VOR. Not sure though. Should be this one here, because it's just 458 nautical miles, so it's the closest, and also the bearing seems to be correct, so we choose this one. And then we are set with the flight plan. We can set a arrival, which will be the well, actually I don't know, it's not in the flight plan, but we can expect, let me see, Oradea Airport. I don't even know where it is. Well, that's interesting. Oh, here it is. So, we have a wind of 330 at 7. So there is no arrival, no transition, nothing. That's gonna be interesting. Let me check the charts for Oradea. So there is no star, but there is an ILS for runway 19. And actually I think with 7 knots runway 19 would be okay, so we can fly the ILS. I'm just wondering why. Yeah, okay, of course we have an approach, ILS 19er, transition Aura, that's correct, we load that in. So that's fine. We set the speed box. We are quite heavy today, this in comparison to the days before, so our V rotate will be 124. Set that here as well. We rotate 124. Turn this on. PFD settings, I want to have the wind. Let's check the weather. Nothing here. The other aircraft just landed, I guess. Good question. I have it here on the TCAS on the other side of the airport. Well, I cannot see that here at the moment, but well, anyway. So our flight plan is set up. I will now just confirm the departure route with our Navigraph charts. So we are flying the Nicro 2 Foxtrot departure. No, this is all good. 2 Foxtrot from runway 34. So what we will do is we commence a left. Okay. Okay, according to the charts, the departure is actually different. We will commence a left turn, that's correct. Then we join. We will commence a left turn on 249 degrees. Okay, okay. We have to fly that manually, I guess. So that's gonna be interesting. We tune in Garitza VOR. Come on, 108.8, and tune that in. I want to have bearing nav 1, and I want to have a course. I want to have a course of, yeah, that's working now. 294. Or actually, let me see. Actually, it is. Let me set to. What is the radial? Radial we need to fly is, okay, 2904. Okay, 2904. And we will fly a left turn on heading 249. Low voltage, so we need to start the APU now. APU is running up. So, what is the departure description? Climb straight ahead to 2 DME Garitza. Turn left on heading 249. Intercept Garitza radial 2904 to 12 DME Garitza. Turn right to Garitza VOR. Garitza radial 093 to DME 7. Then turn left to intercept Kerkira on radial 005 and then proceed to Nikro. Okay. And we will maximum have of 210 knots as a speed. 210. 210, there we are. And I think that's it. We are set for the departure. On the chart it says bank angle of 15 degrees. We fly it manual, but I cannot. No, I can just half bank it. Well, so we just use a normal bank. That should be okay anyway. What I need is Kerkira VOR on the second page, 114.70 active, and I want to have nav2 over here. Wonderful. Let me see if I can turn this course as well. Oh, I thought so. I cannot turn it. Okay. But that's no problem. So, we are basically ready to go. So just to be sure, I click on GPU again and start pushback. Say our nice co-pilot or whatever it is coming to the aircraft again. And I will just check the WebEye again if we don't have any ATC, just to be sure. No, we haven't. Perfect. Okay, so release parking brake, fuel boost pumps, and by the way, I need to switch. No, I need to switch my throttle again because yesterday evening I was flying the CRJ. Headwind, there you go. And there we are. Okay, so parking brake is released. And we can now start the engine. Nope. Come on. Oh. Okay. And engine number 2 is running up. And we start the pushback, stop the pushback. Parking brake is set and start engine number 1. Turn the pilot heat on. Before we forget that, we will now turn on the anti-collision lights. We can also turn on the taxi lights already. And we start engine number 1. Arm the ground spoilers. And we set the altitude. Let's see. A visual climb. Yeah, okay. Okay. I cannot find any initial altitude at the moment. So I think flight level 100 is set to be correct, but I'm not sure. I will just do that. I just saw Garica flight level 80 at or above, and DME 12 at or above 4,500, so I think we should be fine. Yeah, looks like the guy was drunk. It doesn't look that bad if you watch from the outside. It's just bad if you have a look on the display here. Okay, so taxi lights are on. We can turn off the APU. Pilot heat is on. We set the timer already and release the parking brake. Spoilers are armed, and we can start our taxi to runway 34. So let's just hope our departure will be better than it was yesterday. On the other hand, I mean, couldn't it be any worse? I'm not sure. So do we have any incoming aircraft? No, we don't have. Nothing's coming in. That's great. And Jeremy, it's now your task to write down my departure time. Okay, let's check. Right is clear as far as I can have a look. Left is clear as well, so we can taxi on the runway. Landing lights on, pulse lights on, whoops, pulse lights on. And we do our backtrack on the runway 34. We set our transponder mode to on. So we will depart and fly until 2 DME, and then we do a left turn to heading 249. I set that in already. But it's not working. Ah, 249, now it's working. 249. And then intercept the radial of 294 to Gorica, and then we turn right back to direct to Gorica VOR. Flaps 1. And we try to not cut off those lamps by our gear. Spoilers now disarmed again because we were too fast, and our brakes just told them that we aborted our takeoff or whatever. I don't know. So we are back on the runway. Arm spoilers again. Flaps are set for takeoff. APU is off. Lights are on. Transponder is on. Ready. Takeoff. Rotate. Airborne, positive rate, gear up. Thank you very much, Jeremy. And we now fly until 2 DME, Gorica, on the runway heading. We are now at 1 nautical mile. One 8 and 2. Left turn to heading 249. To intercept the Gorica VOR. .249. And now we wait until we can intercept. There, it's coming in. And we now wait until 12 DME, and then we turn right with a maximum of 230 knots. So we can increase to let's say 220, flaps up. And Nico, we have to cross at or above flight level 110, so actually we can continue our climb to 410. And at 12 DME we will turn right. We are at 11 DME. Can turn the heading already. Whoops. And 12 DME, so we turn right now. And I will set a new course of 138 to Gorica. Uh, 138. Passing 10,000, landing lights off, and taxi lights off as well. Can increase the speed a little bit to 230. So we now want to overfly the VOR on the radial of 138. So we just wait until this green line over here comes towards the mid, then we switch back to nav mode. And once we pass Gorica, so it's coming in now. And actually it's telling me I could have approached it. What is it? Turn right to Gorica VOR, Gorica radial 093 to DME 7 Gorica. Okay. So it's coming in. I click back to nav, so the aircraft turns. And now I can increase my speed a little more. Okay, so Garitza VOR. Garitza radial 093 to 7 DME and then turn left to intercept Kakira VOR on the radial of 005 to Nirko. So basically at DME 7 we can proceed direct Nikro. That's what it's telling us. And we are overflying Garitza in a few seconds. So I will now turn the radial to 093. That was too early, it's turning right again. And that's it, turning Garitza 093. Then we can select our flight plan. Click direct Nikro. And then we just wait until we pass 7 DME and then we click activate and then we're flying direct Nikro. The aircraft's now turning to intercept. And if we did it right, then we should if we did it right, then we should be on a radial of, or on a heading of 005 to Nikro. So we are at 6.9, so we activate it now. Click on nav. Click on nav source GPS. And we are now turning left, direct Nikro. And we can now increase our speed. (305). Increase the descent, the climb. Turn on to standard pressure. Should have done it before, but as usual I just forget that. And we are proceeding direct Nikro on a heading of, well, we are turning back on course, but yeah, we are close to 005, so it looks quite good what we did there. And we now click on flight level change. To let the aircraft decide how fast we want to climb. We have no weather problems here. Gear is up, flaps is up. Flight level change, nav mode, autopilot, flight directive both engaged. We're flying according to the GPS. We can now turn these off. And we're in the air for 11 minutes. Unfortunately, the speed bugs VY VY is set to 270, so this is our best climb rate. That's standard set to 270. No, so no matter on how heavy we are, we still have 270 here. So unfortunately this is not implemented, not updated. But yeah. So, and rest looks good. We are on our way, and we have an estimated time of arrival of 12:07 UTC. That's really good. That makes us another... what? Actually, do I fly real time? I should do that. No! Why is my flight simulator not set to real time? So, the estimated time of arrival is set to 12:37, so that makes us another hour and 10 minutes. At the moment we have a headwind of 78 degrees, so that's quite much. No, 78 knots, not degrees. That's quite heavy, so we might take a little longer than we would normally. Yeah, and my overlay also tells us 12:36 arrival time. So that's quite good. And it's bumpy. We are over mountains again, so that's the reason for it. And I will have a look already on the approach, just to be sure that I won't miss anything. So we have an NDB approach and an ILS approach of a runway 19er. Depends a little bit on the wind, because we could also approach runway 01. It depends on the development of the wind. So at the moment, we can land on runway 19er with a tailwind of 6 knots. It would be okay, or it wouldn't even be 6 knots. It would be even less, because it's not coming directly from behind. And yeah. So, but anyway, I will now just shut the microphone off for a moment, and I have some lunch, and I will be back in, yeah, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes. So I will turn on some music in the background and just enjoy the flight. I might switch the views sometimes, so yeah, just enjoy it and see you later. And by the way, you just have on the bottom the my Discord reminder. So, see you later. And I am back from the lunch. We are still in cruise. We just turn right now towards the mainland. We left the sea behind us. There you can see it, the Mediterranean Sea. We're still cruising at flight level 410, and we are now directly heading towards Oradea in Romania. I will now just start to plan our descent. We will be at flight level 40 once we pass Oradea VOR. So I will just check how far Oradea is away from us. Ora. Enter. We have this one, and actually I don't even need to click that, because what I can do is I just leave it like it is, and then you can see it refreshes here automatically. If I click it, the GPS expects me to click confirm, so it won't refresh the distance, but on this side here it's refreshing, so we have 243 nautical miles to go until Oradea. And for the descent we will just calculate now 37,000 feet times 3 makes 111 nautical miles with a well, we still have a headwind of 43 knots, so our ground speed is fairly slow, but 430 divided by 2 is 215. So we would need to descend with about 2,200 feet per minute, or let's say better 2,100 feet. So we will start at around 130 nautical miles before Oradea, with a descent rate of let's say 1,500 or something like that. Because as usual we can increase later on, but it's nice for the passengers if we descend not as steep as we could do, basically. Try to zoom out. No, out, not in. Okay. And I won't check the weather radar, because that means I would need to leave that page. I don't want that. I can set the V approach already still, so that will be 118. What does this timer say? 1 hour 15. And 12:27, so we made up about 10 minutes already being on cruise. So we just have another 30 minutes to go. Oh, that's really good. And it's a little bumpy. It's a little bumpy over here. We're still over mountains, and we have a lot of clouds down there. Good thing we can change the seatbelts, so they are on the whole time. It's not implemented here on the aircraft. You can see the altitude is changing a lot because of the wind. We always bounce a little up and down. So we need to climb back or descend back to 410, and we will soon pass Belgrade. On our left side, we can see that on the GPS over here. Lima Yankee Bravo Echo, this is Belgrade. I don't think that we will see it because it's too cloudy, but I will zoom out once we are close to that. Let me check if we have ATC, but I don't think we will. Nope. Nope, we haven't. No ATC. And I don't expect to have any ATC. Maybe center, but to be honest, there's not even a single aircraft in Romania at the moment, and there are also no... Oh, there's at least, besides me, there's one inbound, but he's still on the ground at Cyprus, so it will take somewhat 2 hours or so for the aircraft to arrive. There's no other aircraft coming into Romanian airspace, so I don't think there will be any ATC online. And we can now have a look back on the distance. Okay, we have 206 nautical miles, so 70 nautical miles to go until we start our descent. And actually we might have a quick look on... no, I don't think so. Forget it. The wind is, by the way, still the same. Nothing changed there. We still have 330 with 8 knots now, but that's okay still. I will just have a quick Google search for the tailwind component. Cessna Longitude tailwind. So I will have a look here. Maximum altitude limit 10,000 feet. Well, that's not correct. Maximum tailwind component 10 knots.
10 knots. 10
so
knots.
I just hope this is correct. I will now check the developer's website, and I got the brochure for that aircraft. I'm waiting until it's loaded up. So weights, performance, max cruise speed, max range, takeoff field length, time to climb. So the official says that time to climb to flight level 430 is about 20 minutes. So that's really, really high climb rate. So there's no information about tailwind components. Let me... tailwind... No, nothing in the brochure for that. Let me check the main page. Nothing there as well. Well, then we just take the 10 knots, and I think that's quite fine. As long as the wind doesn't change, we shouldn't have any problem if it's not getting more. So we can set up the minimum already. which is radio altimeter 220. Radio altimeter or altitude 220 set. It's a little bit early, I know, but then I won't forget it. And in case we need to circle to land, it will be increased to 642, but I think that would be no problem. We have a few clouds on 3000, but nothing more. So I think that's correct. That it won't be any problem. Well, yeah, and then we just see how it went out in the end. If you can land a runway 19er, I hope so. But on the other hand, it won't help much to have an ILS. I won't land on the center line anyway, so. And we will now pass Belgrade over here somewhere. I think this is the city of Belgrade over here. Not sure though, I'm not familiar with the area. Request directions to the airport. Must be somewhere over there, below the clouds. Well, apparently not above the clouds. And fractional clouds here again. Don't like that. By the way, what is our distance doing? 160 nautical miles, so still have 30 to go. So according to IVAO, I have another 21 minutes to go. According to the clock here on the GPS, it says 28, so I have 23 minutes to go. I think the GPS is more precise, so yeah. IVAO tells me that I'm at flight level 400, but we are definitely at 410. And also I set the standard pressure to 9992. I think that's the main problem why IVAO thinks that we are a bit lower. I think they just use the closest QNH setting, which would most likely be Belgrade, and then it calculates the height over that local QNH there. That's why it differs. .143 nautical miles. No airport inside. Should be over here somewhere. I don't know. (139), I can tune the altitude in, flight level 40. Whoops. Let me double check with the charts. Yeah, flight level 40, and then we are, once we are in the circle, then we need to descend to 3000 to intercept the ILS at 8 or better 9 DME. So, worst is on, and start our descent with 1400, or let's say 1500. I will show you the approach chart here. So if we will come from the south here, and we'll then fly direct Oradea NDB, which is here. I always said we are, but it's NDB. From there on, we will fly a heading of 025 degrees, because we should be category Bravo aircraft. Fly until 9.3 DME of the ILS, IOD, and then turn left to intercept the ILS to a heading of 187 degrees. And that's it. Then we fly down the ILS here, and that's it. It's a standard descent angle of 3 degrees, and that's it. Then we will land either left or right of the center line. Easy as that. No other aircraft around me, no other aircraft inbound Oradea. Nothing's going on. By the way, the next leg will go to Kiev Airport. By the way, we would have ATC there at the moment, but I think that's also because there is a group flight going, I think. Anyway, I'm used to having no ATC, and the further we go to the east, the less ATC we will have, I think. Well, yeah, then I have more time to talk to you, to talk, well, anything. And let me check the distance. Yeah, we have 112 nautical miles to go to Oradea. And actually, this is the point we should start our descent with a ground speed of with a descent rate of 2,000 feet per minute. So we already are 6,000 feet below our cruising altitude, so we saved that already. background, I will keep that page open so that we can regularly check our distance to Oradea. Or actually, we are flying to Ora, so I don't need that page anymore. Can go back to that, check weather. No clouds in. Go back to map. Speed bugs. We approach 118. I'm not sure, what did I say? Yeah, 118. We approach. Set. Timer is telling me 1:33 minutes in the aircraft, or in the air, and we have another 16 minutes to go. So once we reach flight level 300, we still need 26,000 feet to go. Time 3 makes it 78. So we need to be at flight level 300 when we have a distance of 78 nautical miles to Oradea. And we will have that for sure. So there's another airport down there. Where was it? I just saw it. Where was it? There it is. There it is over there. And I unfortunately cannot tell you what it is. I think it's Timisoara. Oh well, actually I can tell you what it is. I will just look the ICAO code up. Lima Romeo Tango Romeo. Yeah, it's airport Timisoara. So I was right about that. Yeah, and you can see we still have 93 nautical miles to go to Oradea, and we are at flight level 310, so that will be definitely enough space for us. And while the ground speed is reducing, our 3 degrees descent rate will reduce as well, so we are absolutely fine. By the way, I'm in Romanian airspace now, of course, because Timisoara is in Romania. And Oradea is close to the Hungarian border. So the next check I will do is at flight level 240, because then we have 20,000 feet to go, makes it a 60 nautical mile. So at flight level 240 we still need 60 nautical miles to descend with a 3 degrees descent rate to make it to flight level 40 over Oradea. And what I will already do, because we don't need it before, I will tune in the heading on heading 025, because just in case the GPS didn't set up the turn correctly, like it did wrong with the departure, I can just click the heading knob. And now passing Timisoara down there. It's a small airport as well, as you can see, one runway, a lot of taxiways and just a small apron. Oh, And we are in the overspeed. Yep, I forgot to turn down the speed. So I should stop guiding people around. I should start on concentrating to fly. So we are descending with 1,500 feet per minute, and we have a headwind of 90 knots, so our ground speed is just 350. And that means if we calculated 43 degrees descent, that means we divide 350 by 2, makes it 175. And at a 0, so we should descend with 1,750 feet per minute. We are descending with 1,500, even more at the moment because of the wind pushing us down, so we are absolutely fine. You can see we need 60 nautical miles once we cross flat level 240, and we have 66. So I guess this will go down to 65. So we are, so to say, 5 miles ahead of our 3 degrees profile. And that looks nice down here with the river here. That's the river Moorish, whatever it is. I don't know, never heard of it before. Moorish, whatever. I think I heard of it before, but I think the Moorish is the Romanian name of it, so maybe the English name is different. Let me Google that for you. Okay, so I heard the German name, which is Miresh. I heard that before. The English name is well, it's the same. Muris, I think. So Wikipedia doesn't tell me any difference. So well, whatever. And at least we don't have any clouds down here. Let's check the wind again. The wind says 0340 at 11, so it now gets close. We will try it, because we're fairly light, so that might work out in the end. The runway length with 2,100 meters is definitely long enough for us. And then we will vacate either at the mid of the runway on taxiway Alpha, or we will have to backtrack back to the taxiway. And we will now check next time we are at 16,000 feet, flight level 160, then we would need to descend 12,000 feet. That makes it 48 nautical miles. And actually we can just see that we are past this already, so I need to increase it now. Let's say 1,900, although our ground speed is we need to descend with 1,600 feet, so I think 1,900 should be fine. And we don't need to be at flight level 40 for the approach, but well, we need to be close at it because we need to descend to 3,000 then to be on the glide. So here you can see the airport of Budapest over here. So it's really close to Hungary. By the way, we have a altimeter setting of our QNH of 1024, and I still didn't figure out how to set from inches to hectopascal. So I will have to transfer that already again. Consent, so 1024 makes it 3024. So we can tune that in already. 3024. And we will tune that in here as well. Let me press, yeah, if I press B, then it sets the pressure automatically. I try to avoid doing that, but I just wanted to try what happens here if I click it. And yeah. So weather, no clouds here, just this little green cloud over there. Should be this one here. So that's not a factor for us. We will now start to reduce the speed a little. Just so to match 250 and 10,000 feet. .30 nautical miles to Ora. I think I can reduce my descent rate a little bit, because I don't want to be too low too early. And we reduce the speed to 250 knots. There's the airport. There is the airport. By the way, I don't have any scenery, I just have the standard scenery, so don't wonder if I don't know how it will look like, so be prepared for everything. And then I will check the charts again. So maybe I am a category, I don't know. Is the Cessna Longitude weight category? I don't know. Okay, so category B aircrafts are aircrafts approaching between 91 and 120 knots, while C is between 121 and 140 knots. Well, to be honest, our landing speed is below 120 knots. But well, I just will take the category Bravo there, no matter what. And for that, I need to reduce the speed. On the other hand, I already have a route there. I think that's the category. Well, actually, you know what? Let's fly it what is set up by the GPS. So we are going to fly the categories Charlie and Delta approach. I mean, that's basically no problem for us. We will reduce the speed to 20 knots anyway. And we are approaching now flight level 40. What does the approach chart tell me about the transition level? Transition altitude to 3,000 feet, transition level by ATC. Well, we don't have ATC, so I guess it's either flight level 40 or flight level 30, basically. But that's beside that, it's not of any importance to us at the moment. And we are now crossing Aura at 4,000, or flight level 40. Works out perfectly, didn't it? So we are now overflying the airport, and we will vacate this way here. This is Alpha, and actually on the charts there should be another apron, apron 2, which should basically be over here. That's a little bit weird. So there should be another apron as well. But yeah, well, it's not in there, so doesn't matter for us. Okay, nice city, by the way. Nice. What is that? Okay, it's just industry hall or something. Okay, We now overflown the airport and we will now be short of Aura NDB where we turn right. And there we go. And we set, well, I don't know what the aircraft's going, so we set the heading now to 025. Don't know what the aircraft's doing there. Procedure, activate the approach. Jeremy says 69 feet per minute. Okay, I accept the challenge. Wind is still 340 at 11, so that's fine. We need to descend now, 3000. Flight level change. Could you start to descend, please? Thank you. And actually, I turned now on the Bravo 1. 025 was Bravo 1. So we need to descend. We have to fly. What does the charts tell us? DME 9.3. Nav 1 is set IOD until 9.3, and then we have to make a turn. I will flaps 1 now. We are approaching 3000 and we are at 8.3, and then we turn left to intercept the localizer. So we will turn to a heading of let's say 210 or maybe 220 even. So 9.3 and left turn. Whoops, I don't want to zoom out. .220. Reducing the speed even further because the turn is well, that's the difference. So category Alpha and Bravo will of course have a slower approach speed, so they can make smaller turns, while Charlie and Delta categories need to do larger turns. Nevertheless, I think we did just fine here with our turn. I can even turn a little bit more to the right. And we now turn back 220 knots to intercept. Yeah, and it's coming in, so we click nav. And this one's coming in as well, so we click approach. And as soon as we are on the runway heading, we will set flaps 2. So we are now at the runway heading. Let's see if the glide slope is intercepted. If yes, if the aircraft starts to descend, then we will also set flaps 2. We are now descending. Reduce speed 140. Gear down. .125. Am I mistaken, or is the aircraft... No, the aircraft is slightly off to the right, so no wonder I always land beside the center line. If the aircraft is aligned not to the center, it's hard to land at the center line, is it? I know I should correct that while flying manually. Flaps full. Spoilers are still armed. Speed 120. Let's see. I hope it won't be another disaster. Reset the position. Let's turn it a little bit down so I can see the speed and the altitude. There you go. 500. Autopilot disconnect.
500.
And we can already notice the wind a little bit.
400. 300. 200. 100. 50.
And that's gonna be a long landing here. Reverse thrust set. Reversers off. Manual braking. Well, I think I did land with 269 feet per minute, didn't I? So I have to watch this landing later on. I'm curious on... because I absolutely have no idea where I landed, to be honest. I have no idea. And I still not be familiar with the flare, so we could have went around again, as nearly every approach, because the landing was very long. I knew that I was very slow, so that wouldn't be a problem to stop the aircraft just in time, but 212 feet per minute and pretty close to the center line. Okay, pretty close is not hit, so next to the center line will be still set to the next video. And runway vacated, lights off, pulse lights off, transponder standby, and start the APU, because I don't think we will have ground power here either. Okay, so the apron looks different on the charts. I hope we landed at the correct airport. But yeah, we have. Landing times 12:39 Zulu. Thank you very much, Jeremy. And we will now turn the aircraft. Turn it round, round and round. And that's it. Parking brake is set. APU is 100% available. APU generator is still on. Turn off engine number 1 and engine number 2. Fuel boost pump can be turned off. Taxi lights off, anti-collision lights off. And that's it. We landed at Oradea, Romania. And I think that was a fairly good landing. A little bit late though, but still okay. And yeah. That was the next leg, leg 14 of the world tour. I'm very happy that I already made 14 legs. The tour itself, I don't know if I mentioned that before, it consists of 70 legs. So there's still a lot of legs to go. Our next one will be to Kiev, as I just said, and then we start to go to Turkey. So we start to go more south to the Arabian Peninsula, and then we start to go into Africa, East Africa, South Africa, and then we go to La Réunion and to the Maldives, India, Thailand, and so on and so on. So there's a lot to go, and I'm really looking forward on streaming all of this. I hope you guys enjoy this as well. At least Jeremy is, I think. And I think Derek is as well, as he always said, but unfortunately he wasn't able to join today. And yeah, overall I like that very much. And I thank you, Jeremy, for joining again today. And for all the others watching the live stream afterwards, if you liked it and want to see more, then click the subscribe button and click the bell so you won't miss any other live stream or any new video of me. And also, if you give this video a like, that will help me, but that will also help the YouTube algorithm to rank this video or this live stream higher in the search results. So thank you very much if you give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, that was it for today. I wish you guys a pleasant Tuesday, and I hope to see you next time around when I do the next leg to Kiev. Thank you very much, and bye bye.